Okay, woo, we did it. Just 6 minutes behind today.
2 hours and 6 minutes.
That's true. Okay, I think this is working. I'm gonna have my phone pulled up on my Patreon. So if you guys have any questions, or there's lagging, or there's audio weirdness, or anything, just tell me and I'll have it. Okay.
Cut.
I'm not gonna cut you.
Yes.
Do you know what my daughter told me the other day? Should I tell them?
Yeah.
You said that I needed to be brave. Why did you say I needed to be brave? Because you think that you should my boobies to get what? What with my boobies?
To open them and then be brave and then open them and then put chocolate and then close them and then
Have chocolate milk. Put chocolate inside of my boobs so she can have chocolate milk. That is genius.
Okay,
maybe
you're going
with
places.
this way come here and then with the ghost we can open your pockets and you be brave.
Oh, and I should just be brave during the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And look, my live picture. Oh my gosh, I'm like ancient. We had this beautiful live picture, and look at the one that's on there.
Hey, it works.
It's of me in June. Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, we're good, and it just cool. All right, I'm gonna post it twice. So, it's your birthday.
Sobriety birthday.
Uh,
You
My
wanna
belly
tell-
button birthday is on the 7th of May, so that's coming up too.
But it's your sobriety birthday. Here, honey, I need to use that. I need to keep that. How many years sober do you got, Jacob?
I have 8 years sober today. Silly Lily.
You have 8 years sober? Oh my gosh. You have 8 years. Do you know he was macking on me 8 years ago in the AA hall? There
Actually, I
was.
wasn't macking on anybody today. I was sitting in county jail in Snohomish.
This is true. You're macking on me 7 years ago. 7.5 years ago.
Mhm.
You were in jail?
I was in jail. Yep,
About 40 pounds lighter than you are today.
yep. Possession of controlled substances. Yep. Check.
Oh my gosh, you're kind of a criminal.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be.
Jenny, what did you do? Did you? Oh, look at what you got. You got your necklace down. A great trick, little trick that you've learned. Well, happy birthday, honey.
Thank you.
If you can successfully give me a haircut, I haven't had a haircut in a year and like a year and like 5 months or something like that. I don't know why. I hate getting them. I think it's just so awkward. You're sitting there talking with this person and it's like really great. You like have this bond and then by the time you leave, it's just over. And I don't know, it's just like really intense for me. And so I have a really hard time with getting my haircut. I had a great haircut at the Ellie Marie studio, like, a year and a half ago. And I just haven't gone back, but we're in quarantine now. And you can be my hairdresser. I'm thinking, we have a friend, Johnny, who said we can FaceTime her if this is going to become an issue. She's a hairdresser. So I'm thinking, just chop a few inches off the bottom. What do you think? Do you think you can do
I think
that?
I can do that. I think I got that.
But just straight on. I don't want, I'm not looking for a bob. Do you even know what a bob is?
No idea what that is.
Okay, a bob is like up here. I don't want that. I just want, it's just really,
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
You don't have my luscious locks.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that. Do you know I would kill to have his hair? Please take off your hat and show everyone.
Okay, it's still in the in-between phase, but yeah, I got
No,
volume.
get down closer.
I got volume for days.
Do you see how much hair that is? All of my hair on top of my head is like this much. No. Go straight. Like, this is how much hair I have. And he has got, and it's like curly and luscious.
It's pretty nice. I like it. I like it a lot more once it's out of this pubescent phase. Huh?
Okay. So while you're cutting, I've got questions. And then we can sing you happy birthday. All right, so just like, you can't grow the hair back right away. So just go, you can always take off more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So But do you know what I'm saying? Like you have to like comb it.
I think I've done this to you one time before where I combed it all back and I cut it straight across.
You can't do that. I don't feel like you can do that.
I don't
Can
know.
you? Because then it's crooked. What do you think, Lily?
We can always take more off, right? I'll just start off with a little bit. So why don't you start firing?
Can we shut the baby gate?
Hmm.
All right. Okay, got it. One time I was actually right when I met you, I was a hair model for a Paul Mitchell thing.
I
And
remember that.
huh?
I remember that.
Yeah. And I said to them, they paid me like $100, which was like everything. And they said, okay, I said, you can do anything to my hair. And they colored my hair like 5 different colors in like squares, like, and I got to keep this. I don't know if I don't think I wouldn't steal it on purpose. I'm assuming they let me keep it because why would I have it still? I don't know. But, oh, okay.
I'm moving.
Wait, you forgot some hair right here.
These are the choops.
Well, you have to like make sure you get all of it. I don't know. I just.
Backseat driver.
Oh my! It's my hair. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so quick.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh. Keep going. Are you combing her hair?
That's really nice. You're such a good big sister.
You are such a sister, E. Junie Looney, you are so lucky.
Didn't she have clothes on a minute ago?
I took them off. Let's see if I can get this up again. Junie, I don't want you chewing on that. That's not for you to chew. Here, I'll give you a chewer necklace. Here.
I'll get this haircut one of these days.
She's getting her canines right now, which were like the worst. I feel like for pain wise because she's such a trooper. Okay, so we're back. Okay.
We'll sort it out, honey.
Okay, so questions. Ha. I have toes that can do many things. Yes, my love. Come here. Here, why don't you go grab one of your Barbies? I think maybe your Barbies would like their hair done. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
This is going to be very challenging with a child.
Okay, so quick update. We did the SSP, which was the Safe and Sound Protocol. My life is changed. Holy smokes. Why they don't have that available for everybody all the time. You have to go to like a special doctor. You have to like rent the equipment. You can't like purchase it. They have to rent it. The doctors do. It has changed my life. All it is listening to this music, like Disney music, and it's in the frequent, like it's in the special way. Yeah. It just trains your middle ear muscle to be able to work because when you're in I think it's like the polyvagal theory or something like that. There are 3 states. So there's the green state where you're able to like you feel safe and you're able to feel love, learn, and then there's the red or the what comes after green? Yellow. Why are you laughing back there?
This is going to be interesting.
I don't feel like you should be laughing.
I can cut a straight line, so I mean the hair's straight, but I mean we'll see.
There's so much more than just a straight line. You have to like,
Yeah, I'll layer it, whatever.
And I need a couple inches. This stuff's dead back down there.
That's what I got. That's what I'm working with. Said I can always get more.
I don't have very much hair. I'm hoping that they find a cure by the time I'm old, because my grandma, bless her soul, I look very much like her, and she had like no hair when she died. And so I'm hoping that they discover something, or that my diet or vitamins or something gives me more hair. But anyways, it just basically returns you to this like normal state where so if you've ever experienced trauma, if you have ADD, or if you just have like anxiety,
or just life beats you up. I mean, it's like,
or all of it's linked together, because let's face it, like nobody has like a perfect life.
Just keep talking.
I need more off.
Okay, just testing the waters, man.
Mom,
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
have one of my battle rounds?
Yeah, I'll get you one.
Rounds.
Yeah, Daddy will get you some. That's a really good idea.
They're not getting your face to see.
That's a good idea. And so it just returns you to this like normal state. And I didn't realize until after I finished it how
I'm gonna get you one, sweetheart.
Daddy's gonna get you one, honey. How like much just having that, it's just like calm. Like everything's the same, right? I mean, everyone's stuck inside. The fear of the pandemic is Alfada is outside. Fear of all this postpartum, everything in my head is still there. It's just like I'm able to come at it different, and I'm not at this like flight or flight. And it's changed my life. Like it's insane how drastic it was, and it's all it is. It's listening to music. It's the most insane, cool thing ever. Do you want to share your experience with it?
So I'm severely ADD.
Well, let's see. You're also severely pessimistic, and when I told you we were going to listen to music, you were
Realistic.
you're like, this is just music.
No, like I grew up in a family that my brother had some mental health issues, and so we abstract types of treatment things were pretty normal. So I wasn't like not open to it, but I'm kind of grouchy sometimes. So I definitely had my comments about it, but I was definitely willing to do it, and it was incredible.
You
Yes.
were really.
I was always willing.
Yeah,
It was really, really insanely helpful. And I noticed it took her like 10 days to notice anything. I noticed it by day 2, just my level of calmness. And
Can I have this like this?
it has changed my life. It has changed her life, and
It's changed the way we're parents now. Like
we were parents before, but it's just like
yeah.
I can just see through things that I couldn't before, and have more patience and understanding. It's very cool.
Okay, can you
It's
get to
very,
cutting too while you're talking? All right, so yes, the weather actually isn't bad outside right now. Someone let me see. Samantha, maybe?
You gotta stop moving.
Samantha. The weather's not bad outside. It's just, you know what we realized? For some reason, my computer isn't working with my microphone, and you would be able to hear everyone's like mowing their lawns, cars driving by, which aren't as many these days. Let me move your phone.
It's still loud enough.
Yeah. So and so by next live, I'll have something set up to where my audio is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, they professionals in there. But right now, Jacob's like, we can't have it out here. It's probably, I don't know, quality.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I need to pretend like I'm in this lawn chair right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob, this one's for you. How do you feel being the photographer? Most guys don't like taking pictures, but you're always taking them of Jenny, elaborate portraits, and Jenny's mostly naked in them. How do you feel about this?
It's a multi-level question.
Keep cutting.
So I grew up in a household where I was in front of a camera, like not in a professional level, but my mom didn't have any pictures of herself when she was a kid. So
I don't have any pictures of me. I have like 5.
that's probably why we have literally hundreds.
They
of
burned in a
thousands of
fire, and when our house caught on fire, and so I probably take it to the extreme. But.
So anyways, I was in front of a camera a lot. I was taught how to kind of like position the camera, take a decent shot, and it just kind of evolved from there. And
Bring that over here and stand over here.
I enjoy doing it. It's something that we can do together as a family, and that's how it started out. I mean, right from day one, when Jenny found out about Instagram, she's like, "I'm gonna have a big Instagram," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, shit, yeah, you're gonna do that. You've done everything else you said you were gonna do," and so we just started taking pictures, and obviously our equipment got better, and our skills got better with being more comfortable with them, and lighting and editing and all of that stuff that goes along with it, and it just evolved into what it is now. And we've still got a long ways to go, but it's fun. I like it. And the naked thing, it's just a body. Like, it's not that big of a deal, and nothing's provocative about it. If people see these and think sexual stuff, well, I mean, that's their own crap. But it's definitely not how we intend it to be at all. Mm-hmm. It's about women empowerment, body empowerment, and it's just a boob
having
and
a choice over your body. Having a choice over your body for years, and like my entire life, I never felt I had a choice, and in a lot of situations, I didn't. And I use my body as canvas, as art, and that's truly what I believe it is. Everyone's definitely, obviously, going to have different opinions. Case in point, I just posted, I think earlier this month. I've been pretty quiet on the gram, mainly just kind of focusing on like the family and the healing and all this stuff. But like, I had a friend who I was best friends with for 13 years reach out to me and tell me that
Be passionate. Stop moving the head, though.
Okay. That what I'm doing, taking these photos, my breastfeeding photos, taking my portraits with clothing, minimal clothing, whatever, is just me perpetuating all of this abuse that I had. And whoa, my hair's really short.
Yeah, it took off probably about 4 inches. Oh, looks good.
Are you kidding me?
What?
That's so short.
It looks really nice.
I didn't want hair that short.
What?
I'm gonna cry now.
It looks good.
But not really, honey. I'm not really gonna cry. How short is it back there?
This is how much I took off. Not even 4 inches. Looks good.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
You said take more off. It looks good.
I've been talking and I didn't even notice. Are you gonna be able to make it straight, or are you gonna do like a bob? What are you doing now?
I'm gonna round it around the side. We're good. We're good. Keep going with the questions.
So short. Okay, you even it out.
Yeah.
My hair was like down here.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, so people are gonna have their own opinions. This friend that came out to me out of the woodwork thought maybe she was doing like a good thing, a good deed, which is, tearing anybody down purposely, taking your time out to tear someone down. It just baffles me. Jacob always said that. He's like, I don't understand how people have to like brush my teeth and like go on to somebody else's
I
page.
know, the trolls that just show up on the pages and dump hate.
Yeah.
It's a sad, small little world for them.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you look banging. You look nice.
Do I like banging? I'm glad you think so. Okay, so on that question, Samantha says, here, can I just see this for 1 second and I'll give it right back to you. This is really cool what you're figuring out how to do. I have no idea what you're doing. It's like a ruler. That's really cool. Okay, let me see this for 1 second.
You gotta press done.
Oh, done. Okay. I'm gonna save your photo, okay? That you just screenshot you just made. Samantha says, on that question, Jacob, how do I get my husband to be my photographer while thinking it's his idea?
Well, there wasn't any Jedi mind trick played on me. It was just kind of something that, I don't know, it just kind of came together and did. But what was that? What were you just doing?
Oh my gosh, my hair is so much shorter in the back than in the front.
It's got to come around a little bit, but it looks nice.
I mean, it's kind of like a long bob. Do you guys see the difference in that? This is like if you take a ruler and you were to measure, there's like 10 inches back here.
This was always,
and there's like 15.
This was always the potential here, okay? I have no idea what I'm doing. I've shaved a few guys' heads in my day. I think I cut your hair like this one time. But
do you see the? Is it?
what? It's a little crooked.
It's like.
Well, you're like dipping your head.
Okay, how does it look now? Is it?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. My hair takes a really long time to grow back, Jacob. This is taking me like 10 years. Okay.
It looks really nice.
How does Samantha get her husband to take more photos of her? I'll tell you this, Samantha. You just need to ask. You need to ask, and you just need to say, honey, I need you to do this for me, okay? You need to get my angles. Let's practice. Where are the angles at? Where am I looking good? Sometimes I can get frustrated because he's like, oh, yeah, you look great. The picture's great. I look at it, and I'm like, and he's like, you look great, honey. You look beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Well, if it's important to you, it can be important to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to be in the pictures, but taking the pictures shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, yeah, Jenny?
Yeah.
Junior's just complimenting your hair.
Jacob.
When do you guys have time for SEX? How do you do it and make it happen with kids? We spell SEX around here because So, honey, that one's
Yeah,
for
but we
you.
don't really like. I don't. We have always, from the beginning of our relationship, had a very, very healthy and active sex life and sex life. But we also, just to cut in with the kids, I mean, we're not one of those family that is ashamed or puts like a negative spin on sex. It's like, obviously they're not going to be there while it's happening or anything weird like that, but it's like it's the most natural thing people do. I mean, we're born because of sex, you know, we live, we have sex, and we die. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. So I mean, I think hiding it.
I was not raised like that. You know, I
wasn't necessarily either, but it's 21st freaking century.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I was not raised, which is interesting because of my childhood and how much abuse occurred. But we
make it a priority.
We make it a priority. Yeah, but you're always, you know, kind of.
She can play with that.
Oh, honey. There was a time when the only time that shows got put on was like, if it was like, yeah, we need to, you know, we need to have a minute to ourselves, and you can watch a, you know,
or it would be at night after they're already asleep.
Mm-hmm. But that's risky, though, because then you run the chance of being too exhausted from your day of grueling adulthood, being an adult, being a parent, cleaning, doing the dishes, making dinner, playing, having fun, going for a walk, whatever it is, that by then you're just like a blob on the couch and all you want to do is eat ice cream and watch Netflix, you know?
I'm still pretty efficient at cutting through all of that red tape and getting to the finished.
I think it's also really important to remember, at least for me, like when I'm so exhausted and I'm like, this is the last thing I feel so, you know, like out of it or whatever, is that like that's between Jacob and I. Like when we do that, we come together, we have this, you know, it strengthens our relationship. I really believe that like, you know, it just puts us on the same playing field. So we always make sure that we have time to have sex.
And she's a smoking hot fox, so I can't help myself.
Oh my gosh. You're so funny. Okay. Lindsay, a story about June, how she came out. You dropped off the face of the earth and came back to 100 weeks, 1,000 weeks pregnant, back on Instagram. Was that part of a plan or a fun surprise? Not part of the plan. There was no plan. Some people can plan for kids, and I think that's so wonderful. Our plan was always that we were going to have kids, and when they came, was going to be perfect timing because
that's how it was with Lily. We just, you know, got off birth control orders. Like when it happens, it happens. It took a year for Lily to come. June came right when her period came back, which was like the next month after. Well, I mean, it was. Well, however old she was. I just mean she got her period back and it was like that next month. There was June. And yeah, we're not that skilled planners. That would be an impossible.
But it was like I needed to focus on my book. I was partially freaking out because I knew that having another baby and like the type of mind frame that I'm not that keep the house organized, rotate through the toys, you know, still have like a semblance of regular, you know, like getting my hair cut or whatever, and like being able to write. Like it's just not how I work. I'm so scatterbrained that I'm like, I'm going to, and I think I have ADD. I think that my mind's gonna melt, especially because I knew how I was after postpartum. I'm like, there's just, oh my God, you're so cute. I just want to eat you. And so I knew that I needed to take a break from the gram. And then also there was a lot of like family stuff going on, you know. I stopped talking to all of my family right after that, and literally didn't see any of them after I was pregnant. It was like, you know, like with Lily, it was like we literally had, I think, like 15 people at the birth center. And then with June, we had, it was really just quiet. It was like quieter and it was more in, you know. We had her at home, and then we had the birth team here. You know, it wasn't like.
We had her right on the other side of this room.
Yeah. Which if you guys are, you know, whatever, here, there, I'm doing, like my birth vlog. I'm finally putting it together, you know, after she's almost going to be a year. Can you believe that? Look at the little girl. And I've got all this like footage of me in labor and like breastfeeding Lily. And so I'm gonna finally make that birth vlog, which is something that's exciting. But it wasn't supposed to be like this big thing, and it ended up being crazy. You guys were insane when I came back on the gram. It was like, woo! It was like all these people like, yeah. And I mean, that photo, let's not forget it. I was naked breastfeeding in this badass throne on top of a stump at Rattlesnake Ridge. You know, it was a really cool thing. But yeah, I just needed some time to collect myself with my book and writing, and something really cool happened with my book, but I'll just wait till next month, I think, because I need to solidify some stuff. But anyways, let's get back to this haircut. Is it the same? Because look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little crooked.
But I feel like that's kind of in, you know?
I don't think it looks bad. I just think we're kind of at a place where if you move, I'm going to really butcher this. And I can tell by the seriousness in your voice that is why I have stopped combing and cutting your hair, that we should probably reevaluate in a little bit.
The thing is that like I've had those haircuts before, where it's like shorter in the back and longer in the front. And, you know, I mean, I guess this could kind of work.
I am as male as they come.
You took off.
It looks great to me.
Every haircut I cry afterwards, and this is not a different one.
Junie,
Junie, you don't go eat that dirt. It's Sam says it's pretty straight across. That's good.
That's what's up, Sam. Thanks for having my back.
Okay.
Mom, yeah.
How often was I nursing? Junie, you get out of the flower pot. Yeah, I'm talking to you. This kid, she's always in there trying to eat dirt. How often was I nursing June? I'm nursing 2 to 4 times a day, but I haven't gotten it back, and I want to conceive. Lily was still nursing 10 to like 15 times a day back then, and she still is. So I think my body was just ready to, you know, have another baby.
It was like 2 years.
No, I want you to have a baby.
You do?
No.
Oh. That sounds about right. Okay, and then this question I have, it's like near and dear to my heart. I'm aspiring to write. Any tips to how to get started? Yeah. Junie, you're standing up all by yourself.
She's almost walking.
Yeah.
Any day now.
Yeah. Junie!
She's okay.
I know. Do you want to bring that thing over here so she can play with it? Junie! She's standing up. She's going to walk any day. Junie! Junie! Look at you!
Oh.
You stuck!
There you go.
Look at you go! Hey, dance, 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 dance,
There's no Junie face.
dance. Drop it down low. Drop that booty. She's like, no, I don't think so.
Whatever, Mom.
Whatever, Mom. Okay, well then, while I'm answering these questions, can you just make sure that there's no split ends right here? At these guys.
I can do that.
Okay.
I wish I would have had a little heads up on the crying. I was unaware of every haircut had a crying end to it. I would have never signed up for this. Anyways.
Look how different they are.
Aspiring writer.
I'm aspiring to write. How many tips? Yes, I do. I have taken so many courses. A lot of times I've taken the same course over and over again because they were the only ones that were available at the community college or at UW.
Stop looking at the hair, okay?
I like that it was in a bob now.
What do you mean? So I didn't totally and completely.
I like that it was like longer in the front. Yeah, so just keep it that way. Do you know when you're cutting hair, you should go like this?
What?
You don't just cut straight across. You're supposed to cut like this.
Yeah. Like,
Well, then why aren't you doing that?
I'm just trying to get it straight. Okay. Do you know how long I would be at this if I just did that? You get it where you want it, and then you layer it.
One of the things I remember at a school at a class I was at is that what is your process? You have to figure out what your process is, and you only figure out your process by sitting down and writing. Your process can look like this, and this is what my process is like. I sit down to write. I need a cup of coffee. So then I go into the kitchen and I write, or I go to the kitchen, get myself a cup of coffee, microwave it, come back, sit back down. Okay, now I'm feeling a little bit better. I've got my coffee here. Okay, now what's burning in my mind? Like something that is always burning in your mind, like at the forefront of your mind, that's what you should write about. It could be, I noticed something, a really interesting interaction. My dad came over the other day and he's who he is. And he is a very suspicious person, you know, and the way I can tell he's a very suspicious person is that, what are you doing?
I don't really know, man.
Stop cutting then!
You told me to take the split ends out, okay? I
told you how to take the split ends. You take them like this.
Oh, there's a long hair right there. You can get it.
Stop chopping! Oh my god.
That was good.
I think you did a really good job, but I don't have very much hair left. It's actually probably one of my better haircuts. Okay. And so I was like,
Your mouth.
oh yeah, that's not for your mouth. Maybe get her some oil. Here, come here, Junie. He's a really suspicious person, and he's suspicious because of the way he, like, one of the things that you can tell is the way, like, suspicious people answer their phones. They answer the phone and they don't say anything. They wait to see who's calling. Do you ever notice that? Have you ever been around somebody who, whoa, that's a fun surprise? And I'll call him and I'll like know they picked up because, you know, it stops ringing and you're like, hello. And he's like, hello, you know? And anyway, so then it like these little tidbits, they come to me, right? So you're going through your day. Maybe you're thinking about how pissed you are that
your husband effed your hair up.
Whatever, or how happy you are, or how excited you are, or how like that smell brings you back to childhood when you were just walking down the neighborhood because you never walked down the neighborhood, but now you're in quarantine, so you're always walking down the neighborhood. And so you're sitting at I'm sitting at my desk and I've got my cup of coffee, and that's what I'm writing about, right? And so as I'm writing, number one thing, turn off your mind. You have to turn off your mind. You have to turn off your mind. The critique in your mind, the critic in your mind can come, and he will come, but has to come later. You're cutting the giraffe. Good job. And it will come later. Trust me. Trust that. So then I'm sitting there and I'm writing, and then all of a sudden I need to diffuse an essential oil. So I go grab my diffuser, I put some essential oils in there and plug it in, and then I'm sitting down and then I get like 2 more sentences out. And then my coffee's cold. So I have to get up and go get, yes. Thank you. We're going to sing Daddy Happy Birthday in just a minute. So then I have to go warm up my coffee. And then I'm sitting back down and I get like 5 more sentences this time. And then I want to open the window and get some fresh air. And I'm looking at the clouds for a minute. And then I get like a whole paragraph this next time, right? And then now I've got like a good solid chunk of description and words and like my writing. But it's taken me to get to this really good point. Getting a cup of coffee, sitting down, diffusing oil, opening my window, reheating my coffee. That was my process. Okay, that's a really cool thing, but let's not do it on this box because it's making sound, and when it's making sound, it's hard for people to listen. I wonder who we should comb Corn's hair.
No, what Corn's hair?
No one. So my process looks different. Your process isn't just sitting down and writing and expecting that you're going to write this beautiful thing. Your process is doing the laundry, all of those things. It seems messy, but that's what you need to do. And that's okay. That works. Shutting off the critique in your mind. Knowing that the critic, I keep saying critique, the critic in your mind, that's going to come later. So sometimes I have to actually turn the brightness down on my screen. Do you know what I'm saying? To be able to My kids are eating the box. I have to turn the brightness down on my screen so that I'm not watching what I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to stop looking at the red squiggly lines because I misspelled something. I have to stop worrying that my grammar's off. I have to stop worrying if I've conjugated the right thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that will come later. Only when you have written everything that you want to write, then you go in and you're ruthless and you take out every single like blubbering, you know, how it can keep going on and on out of your work and you get straight to it. You use the points that are straight, like that you use the sentences that make your point and trust that that's enough. I've decided, I was just writing somebody today, I've decided that writers, it's really weird. You think that it's be this really inclusive group of people, and it's been my experience that that's not been. And I don't know if that's because I don't have this grand education from like a, you know, an MFA or something like that. That's fine. But like I haven't really had that experience where all these people have been like, yeah, this is how you should do it, or and I don't know if that's anybody's experience. I don't know, but I've decided that like I've had to claw my way to get to this point to where I'm at. And coming from a place where I'm I was a foster kid, my education isn't as high as others. I didn't know how to conjugate your until last year. And look at where the fuck I am now. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't need all that stuff. I'm planning on putting together this like really actual informative. Hi, my love. Like how to really do it and how to do it with kids. Somebody said the other day, like I was watching this thing, the worst thing for a creative person is to be interrupted. Hello, are you not a mom? Like every single thing I do is being interrupted. Like look at this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying it's easy necessarily or it can't be frustrating, but like my process isn't going to look neat like an Instagram square. You know what I'm saying? Like no writer's process is going to look like that. And I plan as soon as this book is out to make something really beautiful, like to be able to like help people where, you know, that are in the same kind of boat as I am, where they're like, I don't know how to do this thing. I don't know how to start it. I don't know how to go or what it's supposed to look like. And so I'm gonna pump that out for everybody, you know, like this is not something that should be kept a secret. And I could ramble all day about that and I'm not going to so now hold on. We need to wish.
I don't know where the candle is.
I had the candle. All right, you guys, guess what time it is? Oh wait, let's take a look at my hair. You guys, what do you think? Up. Give me a heads up or a heads down. Is it straight?
I hope. Ish. Straight-ish.
I think it looks really good. It feels a lot lighter, you know, like it's just
Like
hitting me in the
4
face
inches
really
lighter.
Yeah, I did.
Happy.
I'm very happy. Would you guys like to sing happy birthday to Daddy? Okay, come here.
Happy birthday.
All right, and for the best part.
No, honey.
Come here, Daddy.
Oh, Jimmy,
Look
What's
at
this?
this.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dada. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. You gonna help me blow it out? 1, 2, 3.
Did you make a wish?
I did.
You did? Did you make a wish for Daddy? What did you wish?
I wish for my next birthday.
You wish for your next birthday? That's a wonderful. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you for
that
giving.
was nice.
Thank you. What did you do? She did. Look at this cute thing. Watch. Bonk. Bonk. Can you give Lily bonk? Bonk. Thank you. Happy birthday, honey.
Thank you.
And thanks for my haircut. It's actually not bad. It's shorter than I wanted, but I feel like you should open up shop. All All right. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around and for being in the chaos with us. If you've got any questions, hit me with them. Next month, we're going to do the live last Sunday of every month live, and it's going to be June's 1-year birthday. So it's going to be a fun one. We'll have audio, so then we can do it in the backyard. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good plan? Okay. Everyone say goodbye.
Good
Come here. Come here. Bye, 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 bye. Come here.
night.
Bye, 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 bye. We love you.
Mom.